I'm a photographer, head photographer of Trove Media.
Okay, of Trove Media. Now, I'm going to ask you certain questions that I want to know your take on it. Well, in your own words, can you describe what creativity is? Because I know that your own work would span out enough creativity. You have to be creative enough to present whatever you're doing.
Yeah, sure. Creativity in my own time means the word said create. So you have to be ready to create a new thing from nothing, create a new thing from something, create new thing from anything.
Yeah.
Even why they say if sometimes we take pictures and when you look at the picture is not good, you are ready to delete. But when you get to your system, something that creativity pops that, oh, I can bring out something from this.
From this, yes.
So it's like bringing something good, creating something from the trash. You can create it from anything. It doesn't matter if it's like I was there's this guy, all these Agbero guys that used to call, the way he calls people, Oshodi, the way he calls it, sometimes I forget that you are late for where you're going.
Oh, you stand and listening to him.
Yeah, no, when you are in the bus.
Okay.
You don't get like Eje Carlo, let's go.
Okay, you are only carried away by how he's calling the people in.
So it doesn't matter where you are. Everybody needs
to be creative.
Every industry needs to be creative.
Yes. That's what I was trying to tell you. Every industry needs to be creative. And that is what CEOs are looking for. That's what board of directors are looking for. That's what members of founding companies are looking for. What are you going to bring to the table that will make it different? Now we're going to look at photography. Because right now everybody is delving into photography. Most people are delving into photography. And sometimes most people say, I'm a photographer. Oh, I have phone. What do I need photographers for at events? I'll just snap with my own camera. That's my phone camera. That's why I went to get a good phone so that I can snap good pictures. Now, what is that defining factor for your own profession? That as a photographer, you're going to tell me something to convince me that yes, you're going to buy into I'm going to snap you and you will love. In fact, you won't be able to edit it on your phone. I will be the only one doing that editing for you.
Yeah. While you being creative, you have to create a balance also. Creating a balance, that defining, okay, let me start from that. The defining factor number one, clarity. You must
be clear.
Yes, there must be a clarity of what you really want to do, what you want, what the clients want. There must be a clarity of that. There must be a purpose. So you come to your advice, then you come to a meeting point on what the person wants. You don't just, when you want to be creative, doesn't mean you have to be how do I put it, rigid. No, it must be flexible. Both you that you are giving the product and the customer, the person that is receiving. So both parties must be ready to be open-minded to allow the creativity thing come in.
Clarity.
Yes.
Because this is what I want, and this is how I want my picture to look like.
Yes.
This is what I want. And you, as the photographer, on the other hand, you are trying to get a vivid imagination of how to present what that person wants.
Yes.
Is it okay or safe for me to say that some customers can be very difficult, especially when you want to?
Sure. Because they have some of them have this mindset. This is the way things are being done. When you have to, you like we have what we call how do I put it now? We have what we call rule of third in photography. We have what we call, but you can't explain all these things
to that customer at that time.
Yes, the way you have to bring it in. You can't tell her rule of third. You can't composition.
What's my business? I just want to get snapped and get out.
So you just have to look for a way to make them know, teach them. You have to you have to be a teacher also to let them know. No, let's take it this way. You will love it. You will, like one of my clients wanted outdoor photography for a pre-wedding, and I was telling her, because of the short notice and the likes, I said, let's do indoor, you'll like it. So when we finished, she was reluctant some way, but at the end she agreed, and we did it, and she loved it. So we at both parties must be ready to
be open,
yes,
be clear on what each other wants. Now, do you think creativity involves your heart and soul into your work, or it's just like allowing your mind flow wherever it takes you to? You just flow along with it, and you yourself will witness the surprising results that mind gives you. So do you think it's a heart and soul something, or you just need to follow your mind wherever it takes you?
No, it's both.
It's both.
It's both.
I like how you said it. It's both.
It's both because like I said, open-mindedness. If you just want it, you are giving your best. This is how I want it. This is how I want to build my house. This is how I want to do this stuff. This is how I want to take pictures. Even when life is, like say, when life throw you
lemons, you make lemonade
out of it. So life has thrown us Corona. And people are making cash out of it. Now you can see fancy
nose masks,
different kind of nose masks,
face shield,
different kind. So life has thrown to us this. We have to make something
out
of it.
Yes.
So your question says,
do you need? You think to put? You have to put your heart and soul into being creative.
Okay, so that was why I said open-mindedness, and also you have to put your mind to it.
Or you allow your mind take you to wherever it wants to take you to.
Sometimes your mind will take you to where you don't really.
You know, this question pops a question. Okay. Like somebody, I am your client, and I give you an idea of what I want.
Yes.
But you are the businessman on the other end, and you know that if you do it this particular way, it is going to bring out the best. But funny enough, it doesn't even go both ways. It goes in the fact that there is a mistake. Maybe there is a light at the background that it's not supposed to be there. And you didn't even take note of it. But at the end, when you're printing out or you're checking the pictures, you see a particular light, and that light is
bringing
is affecting or casting a shadow. Is this the time we say that your mind would have to start working effortlessly, and you see the results that it brings out?
Like what you said, it created shadow. Now, before, while we were using the camera, the negative camera, we just take pictures, we sit down, we just take pictures. We don't see until we print out the negative.
Yeah.
So, but now, we can see, we can say, oh, this now we're introducing shadow. People before, when there's shadow in, say, take off this shadow.
Exactly.
But now shadow is now
it's part of it.
It's now coming.
That's why I'm asking that question.
So creativity, I think, is something that is
let your mind
let your mind, but you also have to put your heart. Because if you are saying let your mind, and you are not putting your heart in what you're doing, then you're not.
All right. What in your personal life has challenged you to be in this profession? Is it something you woke up one morning and said, I want to be a photographer, or I just want to capture memories, or I found myself in that line, I just found myself doing it? What propelled you to be in this line of work?
Photography will have been the last.
That's why I asked.
I was looking for where to do my IT. I wanted to be a presenter.
Oh! Should we switch? Should we switch places? Okay.
I wanted to be a presenter. So I was, there's this particular radio station. I submitted my
your CV. Okay, IT from
They didn't, and time 1 week, 2 weeks. So I just had to do it where that's a photo lab, and I saw people doing pictures, and it's like, I can do this thing better. I can do.
You can even do better than those people that are presenting.
They come, I help them with their images, like, so that's how I started doing it. When I go back to school, taking pictures. I didn't even see it as anything. I just wanted to do it as fun and just.
All right. What sparks your creativity? What brings that creativity in you when it comes to taking pictures? What brings in that creativity in you?
I like the comedians will say, what's this word they use? Being I've forgotten the word. But
okay,
I don't
just
know,
explain it. Would understand.
You like being prompt, like
on the spot.
On the spot, yeah. Like sometimes I don't prepare for. Sometimes, most times, yeah, we prepare, but sometimes to get the real image that captures my artist, the ones I don't prepare for. Those ones, those moments,
like you set your face,
yes,
in such a way, like, how did you get that? Like, I don't know, the shadow just cast somehow, everything just blended.
We are playing, I just, like, when we're having a photo session, I tell them,
just free
yourself. Don't do it like, oh, I'm doing picture, let me do it. Yeah, it's good that way, but if you really want to get, you need to just be yourself. You need to just be free, be playful. So those are the why we free our minds. That's where I really get.
All right. What challenges have you faced in this market, in this photography market? Are there challenges, or it's easy to do and just make your cool cash? You know, on Market Nexus, we like to look at the challenges as well. These are things that we are faced to. These are things we should look out for when you are going into it. Have there been any challenge? Are there serious challenges?
There are challenges, but there's challenges that you can easily manipulate, or how do I put it?
Manipulate. Manipulate.
Challenges. Challenges like like the creative aspect. We said someone trying to fix up his or her mind that this is the way I want it. Don't bring any of your suggestion. And the other challenges like a dollar to naira rate.
You know, on Market Nexus, we talk finance, we talk economy, and the money is the cocoa. Anytime we are playing song, we say, "Our father want to make money."
You know, I was preparing to get some gadgets last year, and I had a budget, and when I had the money to get it, asking for the price skyrocketed
because of the
dollar. Because you know, most of our equipment
comes from outside.
So I think that's the major challenge.
So dollar rate and obtaining equipment.
And now when you want to bring it to your customers, that things, even printing out, it affects because making frames, almost 90% of things we use for photography production
from outside.
We bring them.
So it adds the pressure to your money, to your finances.
Yes, because they still want you to retain that amount you charge.
The last time.
That's the era of Goodluck Jonathan
compared to now. And they say, Buhari has affected everything. It's not Buhari. It's the all right. In you with this question I asked, what has been the biggest opposing force? What has really challenged you on this your journey of creativity? What work has challenged you on your journey of creativity?
Work as
like your photography work.
Okay.
Maybe a particular job you did for someone. Which of those jobs has really challenged you? Like, this job is very difficult to even manipulate. I thought my creativity will come in style, I will come effortlessly, and it did not come. I wanted to render this picture in a certain way, and I could not. Have you encountered something like that, or something close to it?
I can't think of any.
That means you're a smooth photographer.
No, not that. Maybe I would. No, I can't really think of any.
That means you don't have hurdles. You don't have challenges that face you.
They have.
That means every customer will say, "Oh, my picture was fine. I like it."
Some to you the picture looks so great, when it gets to them, they feel, I don't know, maybe their expression, the way they say,
I don't like my face. You did not capture my
like,
me. I'm like that. You didn't capture my face well.
They just want to take off everything, like make them smile in the picture.
Remove the wrinkles now.
Yeah, we
remove something that's not so, or edit the. So you don't have any biggest opposing force that has challenged your creativity. You don't have anything that has challenged your creativity at all. Okay, that's good. Or maybe you see it and you don't see it as a big challenge. All right. Tell me about your favorite work. What is your most favorite work?
I love portraits.
Okay.
Portrait sections.
Why do you like portraits?
I think maybe that's just me personally. I think that brings more of my creative
abilities
out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love portrait. I love wedding, but I love portrait more.
Okay.
Weddings, yes. Wedding, you have a lot of creativity to tap into, but sometimes it can be tough. It can be tough while you want to get, everybody bringing in their, unless you have very few occasions where you have a strict compliance to we just want the official photographer, people coming in, they want to take pictures and they are breaking in. You already have something, you already have what you want to do, and people breaking in.
Have you never done this before? Like I've attended ceremonies or weddings, and before you say no, don't snap me, the person has gone ahead to snap you.
Okay.
Have you never done that, like, to hell with what they have to say? Let me just take you, and I give you the result, and you would like it.
Don't snap me. Most times it comes from the audience.
Yes.
Of the event, and you try to. I think that should be the answer to the question you asked previously.
What obstacle you face in this profession?
You have a hall of 500 people, and you have to explain to like 50 people that I'm the official photographer. Don't worry, I'm not collecting money from you. It's for the bride. It's for the couples. It's for the celebrants. You understand? They looking at photographers like, hey, you
don't bother me. Don't come close. Forget about it.
Forget it.
Don't worry.
Say,
I have my phone.
I have to do it for these people. Pay for it.
All right. If you could change one aspect of society here in Nigeria, especially their mentality to photography, what would it be if you could change one aspect of society through this your work? What would it be?
Towards my work?
Yes, towards photography.
I'll change so many things. For example, I would let people know that photography is not just take pictures and print. Before a wedding, weeks before wedding, you're already thinking how you're going to, what concept you have, the idea of what you want to do. We go to the extent of checking out the hall before the event sometimes. Yes. To know, yes, this is where I'll stay. This is what I'm going to do. We go to the extent of meeting the couples to know the kind of person they are, to create
there's a relationship.
Yes. And that's one thing pre-wedding to does. Yes, creates a relationship, so we don't just meet that day,
so that they feel free.
If we feel free with each other, we know our names, we discuss, and after the part there's another challenging part is taking like 3,000 pictures in a wedding. They don't know. In a wedding, you can have 3,000 pictures, 1,000 plus, and you have to select down to like 200 to 50. And sometimes you're doing mini, which one should I take? You like this too, but still the same
almost the same thing, style or pose.
Yes, but you have to pick one. And sometimes I just leave my system again after I've selected to 500. The next day I come back to it. I try again to select down to like 300, and I look again. Oh,
that's
this thing
tedious work.
So, yes. So photography is more than just taking pictures and printing. We have to do a lot of posts.
Is there a story behind each capture that you make?
Check.
When you snap, do you feel there should be? Do you attach a story like, okay, this follows a sequence?
Yes.
This graduates from this to this.
Like one of my boss will say, even without you being in at the event, when you check the album, you should know that, okay, from here the bride moves. It should be a story. It should be a story that even when your children looks at the album, they know, oh, so this is what they do after. Oh, you have to give this after this. Oh, so they danced after the dance. What happened? Oh,
okay.
Vote of thanks. Oh, that did the vote of thanks. Oh, after that, what happened? Party.
As a photographer, is it possible to capture every moment that goes on in a very big wedding, or not wedding, birthday, event, or big event?
It might not be possible, but
we capture most of those.
Most. That's when you are not working alone. Most times you don't, just one person can't cover a wedding, because you have to stay with the couple and one or two with the crowd.
All right, at this point I would like to ask Olive E if she has a question before we move on.
Okay, welcome. Thank you for the wonderful enlightenment that you've given us.
You're welcome.
So the question I would like to ask would be, as you have been a photographer, it's been for like how long have you been a photographer?
I started 2013.
Okay, 2013. Okay, so what are the things that you can tell upcoming photographers, like, okay, this is what you need to know? You know, probably we have photographers that are listening that are upcoming and they need probably advice or encouragement. What can you tell, upcoming photographers about that?
Thank you. What I'm going to tell them is consistent.
Consistent.
You should be consistent.
Yes. And get a mentor. It will really help, because sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you need someone to help you, to advise you. Probably someone that has more experience. So you need a mentor, and don't stop. Just keep moving. They said you have to take 10,000 pictures before
you get your best shot.
Yes, you get your best shot.
No, deter yourself. Joli FM with Sabi Ginger.